What's going on, guys? It's your boy LSR254, man. You're tuning in for another one, man. As you can see, I got the Chevy behind me, man, and we got to get this stuff together for the steering. So I picked up some parts. Let me show you what I got, just in case you're thinking about rebuilding your front end. The reason that I decided to go ahead and do the whole front end is for the simple fact that I've seen some videos. If those ball joints give out, break, you could potentially risk destroying one of your fenders. And if you know, like I know, or you've been in any kind of box Chevy group or any junkyard, you know that these things, if you are able to come across them, they're hard to come across, as well as they're kind of pricey if you have to buy them from somebody else, third party. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to show you what I got for these steering suspension parts. That way, if you're thinking about rebuilding your front end, you know exactly what to get. Let's get into it.
I be looking good. I be gripping brain, nigga. I be gripping wood. Okay. Hey. My Chevy. I'm gripping in my Chevy. Okay. I'm laughing in my Chevy. I'm riding in my Chevy.
So the parts that you're gonna need to rebuild your steering is gonna be you're gonna need inner and outer tie rods. Let's see. So I have 2 of each, one for each side. Part number ES2020RL and ES2019. ES2019RL. As you can see, and I said I had already wrote on the box before I left the stove. These are the outers. Outer tie rods are gonna look like this, and your inner tie rods are going to look like this. At first glance, I mean, they do look very much alike. So make sure that you mark this stuff before you leave the store. Make sure that the parts store people will give you the right parts for your inner and outer. That way you don't go to put it together and then you got stuff messed up. And then when you put it together, it doesn't fit right. Also, I wanted to go ahead, being that the inner tie rod was the problem, and one was gonna have to get replaced. I know that this car is 1984, which is a year older than me, which means that the last time anything might have been changed possibly was 30-some years ago. When you buy these parts, I mean, they pretty much solidify and they make the car drive better, safer. It just depends on the previous owner, but you never know with the previous owner, so you definitely want to check in on that and see exactly what's going on. So tie rod in, part number is ES2004S. So those are for the sleeves. We got 2 of those, and those are what they are. A lot of times these part numbers are going to be the same for either Moog or your house brand parts, depending upon the part store that you choose. Y'all know who we rock with, so that's what we got. Well, not the idle arms. The tie rod ends are joined together and they join to the center link, which is the next part that we have here. Part number, focus. There you go, DS899. So basically, what you have here, this is where the inner tie rod is going to connect on there, like so, and then it'll control. Now you may be thinking, okay, well, if If that hole and this hole are for the tie rod ends, then what goes on the end of these? Well, my friend, I'm here to enlighten you that on the end of those are where you connect your idler arm and your pitman arm. Now, the pitman arm did look to be the pitman arm, which is the one that's connected to the steering gearbox, did look to be in good condition. So that one I'm not going to swap out. However, I did go ahead and grab the idler arm, which is right here, part number IA6187. Open that up, see, I have a look at that. That way, for somebody that's watching this video that may not know, then you have an idea of what you're working with. So these two holes here, they're gonna bolt to like the side there, and then that other part of the tie rod is gonna go right there, or excuse me, not the tie rod, but the center link. And all of these are greased so that we can make sure that they're greased so that they have a long life, and hopefully we don't have to replace them again. Also up under the vehicle, what we have is the sway bar. So we did get new sway bar links. Sway bar links, the part number for these are K6453. However, it is going to depend upon the diameter of your sway bar to make sure you get the right bushing. So definitely make sure that you measure that. What you can use to measure that is going to be this tool right here, which is a digital caliper. And so you can use this to measure your sway bar, and then you'll know for sure what that size is, so you can make sure you get the right sway bar bushings the first time. Up next, now you guys do know that we did go ahead and we replaced one of the upper ball joints, the one that was the obvious problem child. So like I was saying before, you don't want those ball joints to snap and break on you. So what I have here, I went ahead and we're gonna go ahead and do the other upper one, and we're gonna go ahead and do the lowers. So the part number for the lower ball joint is gonna be part number K6145. That way, let me show you what it looks like. Alright, so this here is gonna be a lower ball joint. If you notice, this one does not have the screws like the upper ball joint. Actually, let me show you in comparison here. So this is the lower ball joint. As you can see, it does have the ridges on the side. So 9 times out of 10, if you had the same vehicle, your lower ball joints have to be pressed in, which you can rent a tool from a local parts store, or you can take it to a shop and do it like that. But I'm gonna do this myself right here in the driveway because it's DIY game. Let me show you also the difference between that one and the upper. All right, so here we have our upper ball joint. It's gonna be part number K5208. Now you may be wondering, why do I have this one in Moog and the other ones in this Master Pro brand? Well, the reason that I did that is because the one from Master Pro was not a greasable unit. So here's the ball joint. Here's this cover here. Actually, the way that it works, this will drop down, I believe, to the top of the control arm, and then this comes along the bottom, and that's gonna hold that boot up there. And then once you screw it all down, it'll be all flush, and then you grease it through there. You definitely want these greasable ones, so that you can make sure, so that, you know, periodically when you do your oil changes, etc., you can lube them up, and then you make sure that they don't prematurely go out on you and break. So definitely want to make sure that you're able to feel those. So yeah, that pretty much does it for all the parts for the front suspension. Well, not suspension. We already did the suspension. We already did front shocks, rear shocks. We're good on that. But steering is a concern, so we want to make sure it was done right. So we went ahead and grabbed all this. So we should get this installed pretty soon. I was planning on doing it today, but I don't know if you can see out there, it is raining, so it'd be like that sometimes. So thank you for watching this video. Make sure you click that like button, hit that comment, So thank you for watching this video. Make sure you hit that like button, man. Make sure you subscribe, hit the bell notification, man. If this video was helpful, leave a comment down below. If it wasn't helpful, leave a comment down below and you can let me know why it wasn't helpful. So we'll go from there. So it's your boy Chevy 254. Remember, identify your weaknesses, make it your strength. Life is all about choices. Choose wisely and productivity over procrastination. Gone.